So what have I learned about building 663 websites in 6 years? So I'm going to hop right in and I'm just going to talk about the lessons I've learned over the last 6 years of building one-day websites.
And best you stay posted for the last tip, because that tip is what really helped me transform my agency into a much more profitable business, one that is more of a lifestyle business where I get that important work-life balance, because I'm making more money out of my ideal clients than just one amount.
It is invaluable advice. It's the advice I wish I took from day one in my business. So here's my top 6 things I've learned over the 6 years of building 663 websites. First of all, imposter syndrome. We all have it, right? Everybody, every designer I know, every web expert I know, every plugin developer I know, everyone I know in the industry at some time or another suffers from imposter syndrome. The thing to accept and understand and put into your mind and percolate and understand and believe is there are no original design ideas. There's none. I guarantee you, everything has been done already at some point on somebody's website. And so what makes a unique design is all those layers and extras that you add onto your design that turn it into a unique design. When I first started in this game many years ago, I used to always feel like I was just copying everyone else, because that's what we do. We're always looking for design inspiration everywhere. I can be watching TV and I can see text and typography across the screen. I'm like, oh my God, that's gorgeous. Quick snap with my phone, and on my next project, I'm gonna use that as design inspiration. You're customizing design for your client, and that's what makes you an expert. So I think in the beginning, when we're using inspiration, we maybe use it in the wrong way, or we don't know how to take that inspiration and translate it into an original design, and that leads to these feelings of imposter syndrome. Please never say, I'm just a web designer. That's kind of like saying I'm just a mom. You're not just a mom, you're an accountant managing a budget, you're a nutritionist feeding your, there's a million things you're doing. You're not just a mom. And when it comes to web design, you're never just a web designer. Call yourself what you want, but do it with conviction. Say, I am a web expert. Not, I'm just a web designer, because nobody's going to take you seriously that way. So the first thing is overcome your imposter syndrome. Understand that everybody experiences it at different times in our careers. No design is unique, no design is new. So you're on the same level playing field as everybody else out there. The next biggest lesson I learned is there are riches and niches. Niches, niches, whatever you want to call them. I say niche, you say niche. There are riches in them. And the reason I say this is because a lot of designers and developers early on in their career, they really get very afraid of niching down, because they feel like if they niche down, if they get too specific about what kind of website they want to build for what kind of client, that there's going to be less opportunity. Absolutely works the other way around. The more specific you are about your niche, the more chance you've got of being fully booked, because you are going to be that expert in that niche. So my niche is creative female entrepreneurs, all the kinds of clients that when you're on these developer groups that I love to spend so much time on, they're all bleating, right, about the kind of clients that I love to work for. They're like, oh, I just worked with a coach, I never want to work with a coach again. Or, oh my gosh, I'm working with this woo-woo woman that does health food and I can't bear it, she can't decide on this and she's got 500 that. Well, those are my clients. Those like, yeah, pass them to me, they're my favorite. So the fact that I love working with the kind of clients that many traditional web designers don't like working for, that's amazing, because it's enabled me to become an expert in my niche, and I'm the go-to person. Not only are you building somebody a web presence, but you're actually going through a quasi-coaching process with them, even as coaches. Because having worked with some amazing, very successful 6-7 figure business coaches, I've also learned a ton. I've learned a ton about working with them, working with their teams, and also building their websites, what works, what doesn't work, what translates, what converts. All these buzzwords we use in the industry, it's what works. That's what we are interested in at the end of the day. And so by building 663 websites over the 6 years that I've been doing this, I've got to build hundreds of coach websites, and I can tell you these people are successful, these people aren't successful, and you can quite critically look at what is it that these people have done that these people haven't, and you can practically give a recipe. So a coach can come to me, a brand new coach who's just wanting to become a coach, just getting into the industry, and I can sit down and say to her, hey, Joanne, this is what you need on your homepage. I need you to tell me in one line what you do. I need you to tell me what your backstory is. I need you to tell me what your 3 programs are you're going to be selling. I need you to tell me this. On your about page, I need you to give me these pieces of information. Because again, there are no original ideas out there. And content and structure and expectations of what is on a coaching website is pretty much the same. If you go and look at all the successful coaching websites, whatever niche they work in, they follow the same structure. So there are definitely riches and niches, and I recommend that you think about your past experience, who you enjoy working with, who's the best person you've worked with recently. You would want to work with 10 more of that particular person. Go after that niche. If you love what you're doing and you love who you're doing it with, it's not like work. So the way you get seen as the expert, help people, answer their questions. And this is my biggest advice when people ask me, how do you break into the industry? How do you get started? Wherever your ideal clients hang out, be that Facebook, Vero, Instagram, YouTube, I don't care where they are, get on those communities and start helping your ideal clients. For free. Yep, I just said that, for free. Just start helping people. You and I know if you're a web expert, something can take you 5 minutes that somebody can struggle over for 5 days or 5 weeks or 5 months, and you could in 5 minutes move the needle for them in their business. And do you think they're going to remember you when they can actually afford to hire you and have you be their web professional? Hell yes, they are. And not only that, when somebody asks them, oh, I'm looking for a web designer, web developer, who are they going to recommend? You. I can't tell you how many people have referred work to me that I've never spoken to, never actually helped before, but they just know me from the groups that I'm in on Facebook, and they've seen me help other people. So when somebody goes, oh, I need a website, they go, oh, you have to go to Chantal from One Day Webs. She is amazing. They've never spoken to me. They've never dealt with me, and they've just referred somebody to me to build a website. So you want to become an expert out there, become friends with your friend Google, and help people. Just help people. When I started out, I didn't have a lot of work, so I had more time. I used to spend probably 2 hours a day in groups just helping people. That's what I did. And very quickly, within, I'd say, a span of about 4 to 6 months, work started flooding in from people that I'd helped and people who had referred me. But because I've done that over the years, I've built up a reputation, I've built up a name for myself, and it's just from helping people. You need to become an expert, and the reason you need to become an expert is because you want your clients to come back to you asking you all those web and web related questions. You don't want them going off half-cocked to your competition, getting some dodgy person to do SEO on their website who's, gonna absolutely stuff up all the hard work you've done on their website, because they didn't think of you as their web expert. You weren't the first person that came to mind when they thought, oh, I think I need to take things to the next level now on my website. What should I do? That answer needs to be you. So make sure that you are always connecting your clients with the right people. You don't have to do everything, and I highly recommend not doing everything. You cannot be brilliant at everything web related, but have resources, have people, have trusted collaborators that you can outsource this work to, that you can connect your clients with. That is absolutely invaluable. If I go and connect, I don't do SEO, I don't like SEO, I don't do Google AdWords, I don't do any of that stuff. It's not my passion, but I know brilliant people to connect my clients with. So if I go and connect that client with Mel, and Mel does an incredible job on their SEO, and they're getting leads and it's working and it's qualified leads. They think I'm brilliant. They think Mel's brilliant as well, but they think I'm flippin' brilliant because I made that all happen. I put them in touch with the right people. So you don't have to do everything, but you have to be the go-to person. You have to be the person that they come to with all of their web questions. Be that person. So the next thing I've learned is it doesn't matter who you are, and it doesn't matter where you are in the world. It doesn't matter what your experience is. It doesn't matter what you've studied. It doesn't matter how old you are. None of that matters. You are as good as your portfolio. You are as good as your last project, the last successful website you built. So stop telling yourself you can't do this, or you couldn't do it, or you couldn't do this. There's always somebody that can do something better than you. I am by no means the best web developer out there. I'm by no means the best web designer out there. But I'm pretty good at building websites in a day. That's my expertise, right? There aren't that many people that are better at doing that than I am. So I can speak with authority on this topic. So go out there, niche yourself down, and believe that it doesn't matter where you come from in the world, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. I have one-on-one contact with great developers out there, great theme designers, theme creators. I can send them a message in Facebook and say, hey, I've picked up this bug. Are you aware of it? Can you fix it? And they release a patch. Amazing. I am nobody from Shitsville in South Africa. So if I can do it, I promise you, you can do it. Don't undercut yourself. Don't short sell yourself. When I started building websites, I was only working locally here in South Africa, in Durban really, for local Durban businesses. If I tell you what I charged for websites then and what I charge for websites now, you'd probably fall out your chair. I used to charge about $150 for a website. And guess what? If you're only charging $150 for a website, you've got to juggle a lot of websites, right? To pay those bills and keep that business going and be profitable and all that good stuff. So I could stay working for local people here in South Africa, charging $150, or I could look at maybe going international, looking for international clients and charging a different rate. I'm by no means the most expensive web designer or web developer out there, let me tell you. I'm actually still pretty cheap by international standards, but I now charge $3,000 for a one-day website, for a 5-page brochure-style website. That's what I charge. $150, $3,000, do the math. Okay, so don't charge too cheap, but also don't be cheap. And what I mean by that, and this is something that, oh my gosh, I see a lot in the coaching game, is get the experts, right? I mean, I see this so often with coaches, I can't tell you, where they are 7-figure businesses and they're selling programs that are thousands of dollars a pop. And then they quibble over paying their team and they want to find like a $5 VA from wherever in the world, and that person ends up taking 50 hours to do a task. Don't be cheap in terms of what you charge your clients, but also don't be cheap in terms of running your business. Get the right help when you need it, get the experts in, because it's actually going to save you time. My second to top tip is systems, right? Systems, systems, systems. The only way you can churn out a website in a day is if your systems are down. Not just your systems, but your tech stack as well. First of all, choose your tech stack well, something that's going to stand you in good stead, something that's very stable for your clients, something that's not going to, have your websites breaking on an update. You want stable, good systems. Beware of the shiny thing syndrome. Don't run down that rabbit hole. Yes, you should reevaluate your tech stack frequently. I'd say every 6 months, sit down, critically look at your tech stack, look at new tools that have come out, objectively put those things up against each other, pros and cons, and see which one comes out on top. Keep your fingers on the pulse, but don't jump at every shiny thing you see. Another top tip, diversify. Okay, so I've told you that you can't be an expert at everything. Now I'm telling you to diversify. Oh my goodness, what am I talking about? Do I even know what I'm talking about? So this is what I'm talking about. So you can still be an expert in your niche and you can still diversify your business. Here's an example of what I'm speaking about. I build websites in a day for clients. That's one of the things that I do. My niche is female creative entrepreneurs like coaches, artists, designers, foodies, etc. So I build websites for them. I have a done for you service. I also have a template shop, and the kinds of templates I put in that template shop are templates that coaches need, photographers need, all my kind of ideal clients. So I'm going to build templates for the people who can't afford to have me work with them one-on-one. Then I can provide care plans, hosting, web address registration. So you can diversify your business in many, many ways in order to make income from different diverse streams from those clients. Here is my top tip. Here's the number one tip you've been waiting for. Residual, recurring, fairly passive income. That is the secret of any web business out there. For the love of all things, everything, web, get your clients onto a care plan. That is the secret to success in this business. If I had started getting my first client 663 websites ago on a care plan, at whatever, at $50, and my care plans are more than that. At $50 each, 600 clients, can you do the math? Would I need to still be building websites today? I might not need to, I might choose to, the way I still choose to today. The key for me was about 2 years ago, the light bulb went on and I was like, I'm really leaving a lot of money on the table, because the thing is I was actually doing this for most of my clients, helping them, being their web expert, answering their questions, etc. I just wasn't getting paid for it. So make sure you have a care plan or hosting or some kind of recurring income model that you can get your clients into after you've built their website. So whether you are doing ongoing SEO, ongoing Google AdWords for them, ongoing optimization, whatever you want to be doing on an ongoing basis for clients, set that up, set that model up, set that process up. Make it something that your team knows is a goal. My team knows what my goal is for every 6 months, every year, etc. What my goal is, how many care plans I want. I'm almost at my goal where we'll start scaling back how many clients we want to get on care plan, because I can only look after a certain number because I want to do it extremely well. So have those goals in place. Let your team know if you work with a team, or make sure that your processes are such that you are always talking about that thing, letting that person know from the beginning that it's there. Don't lump it on people at the end. On my sales page for building a website, it's right there. Do you need a care plan? Hell yes, you need a care plan. Right from the beginning, we're letting them know. Right from that first call with them, if they hop on a Zoom call with me, I'm talking about my care plan after the build. So everything about your process should be geared towards getting those people into the care plan, the ongoing marketing plan, the whatever plan you want to make up, whatever you want to structure for your clients, and getting them onto that plan. If you only build one website a month, forget one website a day, and you make it your mission to get those 12 people in the coming year onto a care plan, how much is that going to change your life and your business if you have that income coming in regularly and reliably every month? That is by far the most important thing I can tell any person that's in web, is to make sure you have some kind of recurring income model and get your clients onto that model as soon as you can. So I hope that's helped. That's just very quickly what I've learned over the last 6 years of building 663 websites, and I hope that some of those tips have helped you. Please do this girl a kindness and like and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to know what else you want to know about building websites in a day. Pop in the comments below, tell me what you want to know about my process. I'm an open book and I'm happy to share.